Hey guys, my name is Crystal and I'm here today with Grace and we're going to take you through a really nice shoulder routine. This is great if you have any type of shoulder impingement or labrum issues. It's always important first though to make sure that you visit your doctor or PT to make sure what kind of ranges of motion you should be taking your body through. So we'll go ahead and get started. Let's see what we're going to use first. We've just got a couple of dumbbells. These ones are 5-pounders, but if you're working with a little bit more weight, you can grab 10s, or alternatively, you can use no weight, or like soup cans work great too. Next, we've just got a nice band. This is a crossover symmetry band. You guys can just grab regular PT bands, work great. And then we've got a PVC, which you can also use a broomstick handle, and then also a foam roller. You can also use 2 firm pillows if you don't have access to this. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Grace, are you ready? Okay, let's get started on our hands and knees in a kneeling position here. So first of all, we're just gonna take some Scap shoulder shrugs. So we're just gonna go for 10 here, and I'll have Grace just go through the movement. And it's really important just to keep those elbows nice and straight, kind of warming up the shoulders. And as with every exercise that we do today, make sure that you are moving in a range of motion that's not painful or pinching. So if you do start to feel that, just back off or only take it to your range of motion. What are we at, Grace?
3 more.
Perfect. Good. 1 more. And awesome. This time we're just going to go ahead and take some shoulder rolls in one direction for 5.
And a kneeling.
Yes. So same thing here. She's just going to take those shoulders and do a nice rotation of them. So if you come up to the top here, you can kind of see how she's able to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears and then pull them back towards her hips. Very nice. We'll just take 5 one direction, and once she's there, she can switch directions. Really nice. And Grace has excellent shoulder mobility. Yours might be kind of limited at first, but it will get bigger in time. Nice, Grace. Awesome. Cool. Then we're going to go ahead and just come back down here like this. This time, we're just going to take the right hand first, and just bring it up as much as we can, squeezing the shoulder down. So you're really trying not to elevate. You just want to bring it down so that it's in its socket. And we're just going to come up and down for 5 here. Okay? Nice and easy. Making sure to really engage that lat on the right side. Good. And just be mindful of anything that might hurt. If it's painful, back off. Good, and we'll switch sides. Looking good. And once we've finished here, we'll stay on hands and knees still. We're just gonna take a rotating crunch. So you're gonna bring your right hand to your right ear, come down to the floor, and then just open it up, really trying to rotate that shoulder back. We'll just do 10 on one side and then switch. Nice. And try your best to try and keep that left elbow nice and straight. If it needs to bend a little bit just to get a bigger range of motion, that's okay. The most important thing here is you're finding that stretch and strength in the shoulders. Good. I like how Grace is keeping her hips nice and level. Looking awesome. I really love this one. Feels really nice. Good. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Awesome. How's that feel? Pretty good so far? Yeah. Awesome. Me too. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our pair of dumbbells, or alternatively, you don't have to use any weight for this next one. So we'll go ahead and stand up. Grace is working through a shoulder injury as well, so she's going to opt to not use any weight on these. So we're going to go ahead and just start out with palm face forward, and then we're going to do Xiopeng forward. So she's just going to bring it up nice and slow, and then squeeze it at the back, really being mindful of squeezing that lat on the way down. And she'll come the other way, actually. Yep. Good. And on this one, it's really important to be mindful of any points that are really tight and don't force into that. So if you have like a wider circle at first, that's okay. We really want to focus on a nice, smooth, pain-free range of motion. Does that feel okay, Grace?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
How many?
We're just gonna do 5 total, so front and back counts as 1. Good. Excellent. Is this the last one? Yeah. I like how Grace is keeping her ribs nice and tight here too. That's awesome. Good. Then go ahead and switch sides. And remember, if you are working with weight today, it's really important that you keep those elbows nice and straight. It can be easy to attempt to bend your elbows, but we're not working the bicep on this. We're really trying to focus on the shoulders, especially this whole girdle back here. And then also really paying attention to the backswing as well as the forward movement. So don't try and rush through these. This is one exercise where it's really, we always like to stress quality of movement, and this is one that's like very important. Love it. I heard a little crack in there.
It was a good kind.
Oh, good. Yes. Is this the last one? Awesome. And very nice. Okay, so next up, we've just got some standing swimmers. So we'll just start out. I always start out like this with my hands right behind me, and then we're just gonna come out, bring those shoulders back, and then make sure and depress them down. So try not to have the shoulders way up here. We're gonna have them pressing down the whole time. So we'll actually just start with hands right by the head. Bring the arms out, squeeze those shoulder blades the whole time, flip the palms, and then bring the fingertips hopefully to the small of the back. And then back out, really being mindful to try and keep those shoulders depressed down, engaging your lats, and then also squeezing your shoulder blades the whole time on this movement. We've just got 5 of these. 3 more. This one's also really important to make sure you don't have any pain. One more. And very good. All right, nice. This is a great time to grab your PVC stick, or you can also grab a broom, which is great. She's gonna take this, and this time she's actually gonna put her thumbs up and then fingers like a little, like you're driving them forward. Yes, perfect. And she can take like a little bit wider with the hand, so maybe like a little bit wider than shoulder width. And from here, she's just gonna keep those elbows locked. She's gonna come up, being mindful to not shrug at the top. She's gonna keep those shoulder blades depressed and then try and bend the elbows to cactus as she brings the bar behind her. Good. Come back up, really depress those shoulders down, try not to shrug, and then bring it all the way down. She's really engaging her lats on this. That's beautiful. And again, if it's really hard for you to have that range of motion at first, take it slow. If one particular part of this movement hurts, try and avoid that and just do the range of motion that you feel comfortable with, especially to start. It will open up. We've just got 5 of these, nice and slow. Really nice, Grace. One more. Good, breathe into it. Okay, I love it. We'll go ahead and grab either a TheraBand. We've got a crossover symmetry band here. You can use a stall bar, a door handle, whatever you need to anchor one side. I'm gonna hold, or a friend, I'm gonna hold this side. And alternatively, if you don't have anything like this, you can just use a dumbbell. It just won't get the same exact movement that we're looking for. So a band's really helpful. You can even ask your PT or doctor for one. All right, and she's gonna keep her elbow into the side and then bring it out and then back in. Good, I love how she's being really slow and controlled with the whole movement here. And again, yeah, you guys can step inside or outside depending on what you need for that resistance. It's really nice. We've just got 10 of these. Be mindful to keep that elbow into your side, and then again, fight the urge to bring those shoulders up to the ears, especially if you've got any tension there. Try and keep them down and relaxed. Nice work, Grace. Okay, great. Yep. So you're actually gonna take, we'll just do this one first. We'll do the first arm first. Yep, and then again, she's gonna take that same arm, just flip directions. This time she's gonna pull it into her side and bring it out. So you might need to adjust like the tension that you have depending on the strength of each of the motions. Nice work. Looking great. Don't forget to breathe here. And as you guys get stronger, you can start to add more tension. You might not need much resistance at all to start with this. And then she's gonna flip back around, or she can start with that side too, that's fine. Yep, and she's gonna pull it out to start. Just make sure you get 10 on each side. If you've got a buddy to help keep you accountable, that's always great. Otherwise, yeah, maybe your cat is like hanging out, watching you. Your dog. I know whenever I work out, my dog stares at me the whole time, so it's great. Yeah. Or your boyfriend or girlfriend. Yeah. Making sure you're doing it right. He's like, why are you in here? You should be taking me out for a run. That's it, really nice. Good. I like how Grace is putting her hand on her rib there just to keep her mindfulness of keeping those ribs nice and facing forward. Looks really good. Awesome. All right. We'll go ahead and put that strap away. There's no need for that anymore. Now if you have your either foam roller or like a nice firm pillow of some sort, or even some yoga blocks kind of laid out, we're gonna set that down. I'm gonna have Grace lay onto the foam roller. And she can scoot down so that her neck is also supported here. So Grace is not going to be using much weight. So we've got 5 pounds here on this. The most important thing here, first before I give you these, make sure that your back is nice and flat along the foam roller. If you've got an arch, just try and tuck that tailbone down. And then make sure that your shoulders are relaxed and kind of squeezing that foam roller. That'll be really important for this whole series. You don't want to be squeezing it so hard that you're engaging too much muscle, but you actually just want to feel supported. She's going to go ahead and take her dumbbells. And from here, she's just going to bring them straight up ahead of her. And she's just going to do some scap shrugs here. So she's going to squeeze it up and down for 10. Just being mindful of not worrying too much about squeezing too much on the way down, but more of that like really pushing forward and up. Now, if you're pretty strong, you can actually grab a heavier dumbbell, because the first round we're going to do with some weight, and then the second round we're going to go ahead and ditch the weights. And once we get to 10, we'll switch to the next part of this. Okay, good. And now next, we're just going to take that same movement. This time we're going to twist pinkies in, come back, and then twist the other way, and then come back to center. So you're pushing out, twisting one way, and twisting the other, and then coming back down. So yep, pinkies in, pinkies out, yep, and then back down. Perfect. And on one of these, you might find a little bit of like stiffness and tightness, and it doesn't feel very good. So again, be really mindful of how the movement is feeling for your body. We've got 10 of these too. So I know it takes a little while to get through, and it might seem kind of boring, but this stuff is really good. Like, it feels great.
Are you trying to like rotate your shoulders too?
Yeah, so yeah, you rotate it and then come back to center and rotate it and then back. You don't want to do it so much that it feels like you're working really hard on this one. You more want to feel just like supported by the nice bolster or the foam roller. Really nice. You just more want to get like that range of motion and movement in a really like small way at first. Good job. Almost there. It does burn. Weirdly enough, this thing hurts, and then 5 pounds feels like 50. Really nice. Good, Grace, that's great. We'll go ahead and ditch those weights. Now just give yourself just a second here. She can relax her shoulders down. Yeah, I love it. Just open it up to the side here, kind of stretch it out. We'll do that same thing again. This time we'll just not do any weight. We're just gonna feel that same range of motion. So you might notice yourself getting a little bit more twist, a little bit more of that protraction and reach, and just kind of like feel that the shoulder is really working here to open up. Nice, Grace. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started for 10, 9, 8, 7, really reach, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to go ahead and twist. Good. And back down. Good. 2. Does that feel okay, Grace? 3. Yeah, it sure did. Okay, good. 4. Yeah, snapping and popping is okay as long as there's no pain associated with it. You should be good to go. That's normal. Especially those of us that love to do handstands and all sorts of stuff with our shoulders. We tend to find like little pops that we didn't, know were possible. Good. And again, just like take your time to make your way through these movements. They feel really nice. Nice work, Grace. Almost there. Oh, yes. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Okay. So for this next one, you're just going to stay right here where you're at. Just make sure that that lower back still stays onto the bolster or the foam roller. And from here, you're going to take your hands straight out ahead of you again, and you're just going to do scissors with your hands. And remember to not go too low with this one. If it's feeling like your range of motion is pinching or pain in anything, go nice and slow and find out what range of motion you have and match it on the other side, even if one is more flexible than the other. So she's going to come, yep, that's beautiful. During this entire range of motion, make sure that you're squeezing very gently the bolster so it's supporting you, the lower back is supported. That's wonderful. Yep, and one side might be a lot tighter than the other or have pain. So again, there shouldn't be too much pain in this, if any. Just really try and come down just to your range of motion and it will start to kind of get worked out a little bit.
And shoulder depressed.
Yes, shoulders to press down. Very good. So we don't want to elevate on this one. You really want to hold it down. So shoulder blades away from the ears on this one. Good. We'll just do 2 more on each side. I heard that shoulder. 1.
Noisy for some reason.
And last 1. And good. All right. Good. Yeah, my shoulders are really noisy too. It's fine.
Just do that.
All right, so this next one, we're gonna do the same motion. You're just gonna come out, out, and sorry, it's 1, 2, and then open out to the side. 1, 2, open out to the side. So same thing here. Just find your range of motion that does not cause any pain, and then out to the side, open. Yes, nice and slow. I love it. Good, and then 1, 2, open. Yes, nice and easy here. Remember, you really want to make sure that you're keeping contact with that foam roller or bolster. Nice and easy. If there's any pain, make sure that you don't have such a wide range of motion. Maybe it's a little bit closer in. Really being mindful of any pain here, because you really want to make sure and just do nice and gentle. And I love how Grace is going nice and slow here. Just do 2 more. Feeling okay, Grace?
It feels really good.
Okay, good. Perfect. Good.
Her back too.
Yeah.
It's on the bolster.
Yes. Oh, it's like a massage. Last one. And open. Back to center. And relax. Go ahead and just like open it up here. You're gonna hold this just for a little bit. This is just completely passive. Close your eyes if you'd like. Kind of just like let everything go. You can even let the gravity just pull your arms down a little bit. This one should be completely passive. Try not to force anything to feel a stretch. You just want to be completely like open and relaxed and supported by that foam roller. And the good news is we're gonna just have a few more stretches here, and then that's the best part, I feel like, anyway. So it'll be great. Good, take a really big deep inhale here. And exhale it out. See if you can sink those shoulders onto the bolster, onto the foam roller. And let's go ahead and come on out of that. We will get rid of that beautiful supports. See you later, little guy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do some stretches. Actually, we can use this still for a headrest if you'd like, or you can use some yoga blocks or a pillow. But I'm just gonna have Grace come onto her side. She'll rest her neck on the bolster. All right, and then from here, yeah, you know exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna do sleeper stretch. So she's just gonna bring her elbow in line with her shoulder and then just use her other hand to press that hand down as much as she can. So this one might not be a very big stretch at first. Your hand might not be as low as Grace. It might be way up here. This one just takes a little bit of time. So we're just gonna hold this one, breathe into it, and then we'll do a little bit of isometric holds in a little bit here. So breathe. And again, it's like really important on this one to not feel pain. It is normal for your arm to kind of feel a little bit tingly, like it's falling asleep. Totally normal. Just take some really deep inhales here. Connect with your breath. I always like stretching because it just reminds me to kind of let everything else go, especially if you're stressed, had a busy day at work. Just take a few minutes to yourself to get your shoulders feeling good and healthy. Good, and from here, Grace, I'm just gonna have her resist her hand for 10, really squeeze, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, and then just press it down. Good, we'll do another one like that for 10, 9, try and keep that depth, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, relax. Press it down and hold it. All right, let's go ahead and release that. We're gonna just move the bolster down here and switch sides. That way we can show you all what's happening. Good, and just be mindful if one side's a lot tighter than the other, that is totally okay. Good, so she's just bringing her elbow in line with her shoulder, and she's just gonna press it down. Breathe into it. It's important to remember, especially with any shoulder injuries you might be going through, it really does make a difference, the amount of time you spend on it. So for me, I tore my labrum about 6 months ago, and I was so upset, but I just kind of like did this routine every single day. Of course, it was modified in the beginning because it was really painful. But the more you stick with it and keep that range of motion going and keep that blood flow circulating to that area, the more you can start to build up those muscles around the different areas, or like build that mobility depending on what you're dealing with. Good, and let's go ahead and resist it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it down. Good. Resist for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resist. Push it all the way down. Or don't resist. Relax, rather. Okay, and let's go ahead and release out of that gently. Not too crazy. That one's like crazy. Okay, good. Now we're going to go ahead and take that PVC pipe again. This one is important, especially if you've gotten any impingements or anything like that, to take it slow. So we're going to start just by keeping your hands about shoulder width. She's just going to take her other hand here. And from here, you guys are just going to melt your chest down and hinge at the hips. But if it's too much and you can't do that, bring the hand down. Okay, so just kind of find your range of motion here. We're going to do the same thing with that isometric hold at the end. So she can just find her range of motion. I love it. Very nice. And we're just going to hold it here. And the more flexible you are in this position, the more you can start to really hinge the hips and press the chest down, really opening up that shoulder flexion. For me, when I first started this one, my hand was like way down here because it was so painful. Okay, so don't feel like you have to like rush into this one right away. Just take your time with it and it will come. Good, and from here, let's go ahead and just protract the shoulders slightly and kind of resist and really press that shoulder down with some muscle activation for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Press it down. Good, we'll hold it again. For 5, do it again. We're gonna go ahead and squeeze, protract, really press that armpit down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Awesome. All right, and let's go ahead and switch sides. Grace, which shoulder is it that hurts? The other one? Wow. She has some pretty good range of motion. Not too bad. Not too shabby.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been better.
It's angry. Your angry shoulder. Good. Again, if this is not feeling good for you, you can always like scoot your feet closer. You can come up out of it a little bit. Don't force it. Take time with it. Breathe. All right, let's get ready to go ahead and protract those shoulders and really activate those muscles for 5, 4, resist, 3, 2, and 1. Melt it down. Relax. Good. One more. We're going to go ahead and protract those shoulders. Really press that armpit down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Awesome. All right, relax out of that, or come on out of that, I should say. We just have one more, and then we will let you guys go. So this one we can actually just start right here. We can be kneeling if we want to, or standing. How's your knees feel kneeling?
Good.
Okay. So she'll just come up like this. She'll just pull it back, and then she's just going to grab it on this side and then just rotate it out like this. Yes. Pull it back. Yep. And then you're going to grab this one in front. Oh, yes. Nice and easy though with this one, you guys, okay? So if it's feeling kind of like tight, that's okay. And then you're going to fan the elbow actually out to the side. Yeah, like that. There we go. Looking great. And then this one you're really in control of too. So the more you pull it this way, the more of a stretch you're going to get. I think this one's more of like that. Is that internal or external shoulder rotation? This is external. So we were working the internal on the sleeper stretch on the floor. This one is more of that external. Just breathe here. If it's too much, you can always back out of it. You don't need to go full force, like hardcore on this one. All right, and on this one, we're gonna go ahead and resist. She's gonna pull it and she's gonna resist the pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Maybe go a little bit deeper. Does that feel okay, Grace?
Yeah, it feels awesome.
Okay, good.
I've never done this before.
Ooh,
Really
yay.
interesting.
And again, we've got for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax into it. If you guys are interested in more stuff with the shoulders and things like that, Mobility Manifesto is a great source of information, as well as Simon Atta. They're both great guys that gave me some of these exercises. All right, let's go ahead and release that. And we're gonna start with the other side. So you're just gonna grab it with that hand, and yep, flip it back on over, grab that side, and then elbow comes out. This one's always like a pretzel when you get into it. Do you feel like you've got it?
I think so.
There we go, yeah. That's nice. Yep. It's just like an assisted stretch, essentially. So you're using a broom handle to do it. Good, breathe into it here. Good, and we'll go ahead and resist this with some isometric contractions again. We're gonna resist for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, relax. And go a little bit deeper, nice. And one more, resist and pull for 5, 4, 3, she's working, 2, and 1, and relax. Awesome, all right. We'll go ahead and take that out of that. How do your shoulders feel?
Great.
Oh,
That was amazing.
good. All right, I hope you guys feel really great too. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.